Hello, are you still looking for admissions and scholarships at UK universities for October 2024 intake or even January next year? If that's your case, if that is you, I have good news for you. So, a number of universities here in the UK are still accepting applications, as a matter of fact. And I'll be talking about three major universities today: University of Southampton, University of Glasgow, and University of Loughborough. So here I'll be showing you funding opportunities usually for PhDs, but you can move directly from a BSc directly to a PhD without a master's in a number of the opportunities we'll be looking at today. So sit back and relax as I take you through the journey of applying for funded opportunities for either October intake or for January 2025 intake. So if you're new to the channel, you're welcome. This is Victor's channel. We talk about fully funded scholarships from around the world. But where have you been if you're joining us just for the first time? Because there are several opportunities already on the channel on different scholarships, different countries around the world. So look around. I'm sure you'll find something that catches your interest. And if you're a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support. And I hope you get a scholarship sooner than later. So let's get into the meat of today's video. So we're starting with the University of Southampton. And a number of these scholarships are project-based scholarships. So it means the supervisor or the department got like a grant to conduct a particular kind of research. And now, as part of the grant, they're employing the service of a PhD student who will help them execute the project. So a number of these, or all of the opportunities we'll be seeing today, at least 90% of them, are about specific projects. You can see the titles of the project here already. So the title of the project has been given already. Sometimes the method is already there. So just looking for a student who already has the background to undertake this research. So you've done something like this in your undergrad, you've maybe done a project that is similar to this, or you have the skills to undertake projects, the projects written here, and that's what you're looking for. So pay attention to the different projects and see how they align with your skills and with your academic background. So Southampton. So what do we do here? We first use the filter function and select um, fully funded scholarship for UK and international students. So I want it to be very broad because I guess that a number of you are international students or non-European students. So use the filter function. Of course, you can always use this as well to select the department you're interested in, but let's just make it very broad. And I must say that a number of these opportunities are heavily tilted towards the STEM courses. STEM means science, technology, engineering, I think, mathematics, I think. So those are the courses largely tilted towards those courses. So let's move on. So the first one here is about something about dark matter and antimicrobial resistance. So if that's your area of research, go for it. And the deadline is written here. You can see here the 29th of August, fully funded international and UK. But do not be carried away by this. You have to check it, of course, click on it and read the particular instructions, especially the funding instructions and the admissions requirements, to see whether it's truly fully funded and what documents and degree requirements. So what do we have here? You can see here the topic is already given there, and they said international and UK students. The deadline is there. It's in the environmental sciences, life sciences, which is good. Then the requirement is just a 2-1. So it's a PhD role, but I just want you to bring a 2-1. It means a master's is not compulsory. If you have a master's, it is good. It might even put you in front of the line, but it's not compulsory. Or if you're coming with a bachelor's, it's also good, but make sure the bachelor is also a very strong one because you might be competing with those who already have a master's. So it's good to have that in mind. So let's scroll down a little bit. So you have details about the project. As I said, these are clearly defined projects already, and the supervisor of the department has already helped you to delineate the the project. So what you just need to do is to um, see how show that you're interested in the project, show that you have the skills to carry out the project. So entry requirements, let's go there quickly. So it's saying here 2-1. They said either this or if you have this is also good. So either a first degree, a minimum of a 2-1, or if you have a master's, it's even better. And then background in microbiology, experience in lab work, and the rest of them. So that's clear. Funding, you can see the funding here for 4 years, and you're getting close to £20,000 per year. You'll not be paying taxes. Then they said here that domestic students are preferred for this particular opportunity, but then exceptional international students will also be considered. I think you should also have that in mind, that they would always favor home students first in a number of these funding opportunities, but then do not count yourself out because international students are also given the opportunity, especially if you have a very strong application. The format is also written here, so please go for it. It's very clear what they want you to do. You do not need to contact the supervisor from what is written here, but have the supervisor's name, and you might have to add it into your application. So this is a very clear um, step-by-step procedure of how to go by it. So it's not very difficult. Just follow the steps. Having said that, different projects might have different application procedures. So we just looked at this one on antimicrobial resistance. Others might have different applications requirements and procedures. So pay attention to that and different deadlines as well. The first one that we looked at already, 29th of August. You can see the second one about space-time modulated ABCD. That one is 31st of December, so quite far away. And I have another one, 31st of August. So different deadlines to pay attention to the variations in the deadlines. So we could look at this one, the space-time modulation. Quite similar to what we've seen already. So check the entry requirements. So 2-1 straight away. It's also a PhD, but you do not need a master's because it's just saying 2-1. And the international equivalent of that. Funding, it says both international and home students are getting bursary. It didn't specify the amount, but it just says both international students and home students. And it didn't say that home students will be favored more than international students as well. So it's I think you'll be considered evenly or equally, whether you're home or international students for this particular position. So these are the variations I'm talking about. And you're advised to apply early. Early application is well advised. So do not put it off if you can apply as soon as possible. So there are other opportunities here, of course. You can take a look at them and see which one catches your interest. There are 91 research projects here available for PhD applications. 91, that's a very large number. So do not miss out. Just go for it. And a number of these universities, I must say, waive the English language test. If you just want to make sure, of course, I've showed this in a previous video, just click on this and say English requirements. Oh, I think my internet is off. And let's see, let me reconnect quickly. Yes, it's back. And then let's do this. English requirements. Okay, internet is a little bit slow today. That comes up quickly. So what I was trying to just check there is the TOEFL, the IELTS, and the rest of them. What are the requirements? So this is back. So let's see. Normal tests. Okay. The other alternative qualifications. And these are the other qualifications they accept. And I can see the West African Examination Council already. And this is the exam I took many years ago after high school. So it means I wouldn't have to submit an English language test because I already have this qualification as part of my high school qualification. So check for your own country. If you're from India, there's an exam here. And they accept this instead of any of those English language tests. So check for your own country and see which other qualification you can present instead of an English language test. So I hope that is clear. So we sorted out that for Southampton University. You can, of course, check for your own project and see if there's a project in your area of interest, and of course, apply for them as soon as you can. So let's go to the next university. The next university here is University of Glasgow. Also, the same project-based application. And of course, I use the filter function to choose that I'm not European and see the opportunities available. So these are the opportunities available. I'm very particular about this one, the first one, because it's about the social sciences, it's about political science, and I'm a political scientist. So I feel this is quite in my area of research. And if I were looking for an opportunity, I would actually go for this one. So let's see this one and the application. The good thing about this website is that the information is out there, everything you need. If you just sit down and read, you get all the information there. But I'll just filter out and go up to the funding part of it. So funding note, you get here 3.5 years fully funded. And let's see what it covers. So you get your annual stipend. The actual amount wasn't stated, but it says here that, let's make it bolder, both home and international rates. So your stipend is covered and then your tuition is covered, whether you're a home student or an international student. And I think there's an extra training grant, research training support grant, and that is up to close to £1,000. I think you get this every year. So that's good money as well. Getting close to £1,000 almost every year might be good enough for you to attend conferences, if I could even say international conferences. So you could, this is a good opportunity. And is there any other thing? So for this one, the deadline is actually next year, March 2025. So you've got time. If you're in the social sciences and you think you're interested in this one, think about Glasgow, they have this very nice opportunity. I think they've specified the number of students they're looking for. 3 international students and 2 home students. So 3 international scholarships, 2 home scholarships. Very generous of them, I must say. So if you're into the social sciences, you have something to offer. Studying in political science, I think you should go for this. The application procedure is already done. I think you'll be needing a supervisor to supervise your work. And I think it's also written here. So do your own due diligence by checking out the application procedure and go for it. For this one in particular, there's a lot of time. The deadline is in March. And of course, check for other ones. So let's go back to the computer science, biology, and the rest of them and see what they offer. There's something in computer science, and the deadline is actually the 12th of July. So it's quite not far away, quite close. If you can make it, why not go for it as well? These are other opportunities you can go for at the University of Glasgow. So that's Glasgow. Go for it. And of course, you can also check the English language. English requirements. Good. So the reason why we're doing this is that you're not caught unawares. Did we click on the right tab? English language requirements. Let's go for it. Okay. English language requirements and courses. Let's go. Let's see, what does it say here? Let's see. Let's check this one and see if we can get the English language. Nothing yet concrete about alternative exams, but we can always dig it out and find. It just says for applicants whose first language is not English, the university sets a minimum English language proficiency level. It can be found in the entry requirements of each program. Oh, so each program will define their English language requirements. That's why sending us the different program pages. But I think we'll find something close to what we saw at the first university we looked at, Southampton, when you can most times present other certificates showing that you've already studied in the English language. Yeah. So let's move to University of Loughborough University. See, once again, this is the scholarship page, and you have selected I'm an international student. Of course, you can also use this to select your area of interest. And then these are the available positions. Also keep an eye on the deadlines. Some of them are very close at hand, others are further away. So keep an eye on them and see which one you can apply for. There's something here about digital poverty, exclusion, and deprivation, also in the social sciences, so I like it. Let's click on it and see. Okay, so let's go to the requirements, entry requirements. So here it's saying a 2-1 and a master's would be advantageous, would help, not compulsory, but would help. And then we can also go to funding. And they just said here that it's fully funded. Let's see if there's more info about funding. Let's make this bigger. So it says here that fully funded by the university includes both UK and international. So that's good. Both UK and international applicants will be funded once they are accepted for 3 years and close to 20,000. This is good, plus university tuition fees. So that's great. It's a relief. So go for it. There are lots of opportunities here. Let's go back there and see how many of them are available. There are a number of them you can see in different disciplines as well. So check them out. Some of them, the deadlines August, some of them in July. So keep an eye on the deadline and try to apply before the deadline elapses. For some others, the deadlines have already elapsed. This is a couple of days away, so I think it will be difficult to make this one. This one, the deadline was in January, unfortunately. I wonder why it is still here, but it says the deadline is in January. But out of curiosity, we can just check to see. Probably it was extended, who knows? The deadline here is still January, so it's passed. And that is it, guys. Fully funded direct PhD. For a number of them, you do not need a master's, or if you have a master's, it's a good thing. Whether at Loughborough University, whether at Glasgow. The opportunities at Glasgow, let's go back there. Or, yes, these are the opportunities at Glasgow. Or at the University of Southampton. So there you go, guys. So start putting your documents together, read the application's instructions, navigate the website on your own. I've showed you how to to water your curiosity, how to find information that you need. And as usual, we cannot wait to celebrate you. So if you've not subscribed, I think it's a good time to do so because there are many more scholarships coming your way. A new application season is about to open, so lots of opportunities. The US, the UK, Ireland, Germany, you just name it. Lots of other opportunities are coming your way. So if you do not subscribe now, you probably will not see me again and miss out on all these opportunities. So as usual, we cannot wait to celebrate you. Get to work and I'll see you at the top sooner than later. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.